Hello and welcome to another video. I do feel like this week has started in a relatively positive way. The first thing that happened today that got this week off to a positive start is that I finally got a doctor's appointment. Hallelujah! It's only taken about 4 weeks and the doctor's appointment isn't in fact for 2 weeks, but at least I have an appointment. It's not with my doctor, but it's with the same doctor that they changed my phone appointment to. So I've got the phone appointment next Monday and then the face-to-face appointment the Monday after. So I'm going to keep both and just kind of play it by ear as to what I ask in each appointment, because I have a really big list of things I need them to do. But that's definitely put me in a good frame of mind. Secondly, my symptoms have been relatively okay today, so I'm so happy about that. Like, I physically can't put into words how happy I am about it, because I was so worried. I think at the beginning of last week, I had no idea how I was going to even make it to my doctor's appointment, because I just couldn't eat or even drink much, because my stomach would just swell up like a balloon and would be so painful. But it's definitely been less painful the last 2 days. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, because I don't think my stomach's going to magically go back to the way it was before this started, but it's definitely a positive sign that I've had a few good days. I haven't been doing anything different, so I have no idea what caused the worsening symptoms and what's making it slightly better again. I have no idea. I think I mentioned maybe in the middle of the last video, or even the one before that actually, that my Lyme doctor suggested I try apple cider vinegar. This isn't pure cider vinegar, by the way, just to be sure, it's mixed with water. He suggested I try it before my meals, or with my meals, he said, to help with my digestion. And I said, I don't really think that's going to play well with my level of nausea. But because my nausea has been less today, I thought I might give it a try. So this is a teaspoon of cider vinegar in, well, quite a large glass of water. But my God, does it still taste so strong. I was expecting it to be really mild because it's mixed with so much water. But no. God, I can smell it from here. It's really strong. It just tastes like pure vinegar, really. So I've had like a few sips, but honestly I don't think I'm going to be able to drink it even in my slightly better state than usual. So I think I'm just going to have to tell my doctor that that's not going to work. Like I said, because my symptoms have been slightly better the past few days, I don't want to come off my medication and do a stool analysis, because that's the next thing he wants to do. So I really don't know what to do. I've just made a decision. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for my doctor's appointments, because I'm hoping that if I start a POTS medication, it might help lessen the nausea. I'm not sure about the other stomach symptoms, but the nausea it might help with, because nausea is a big symptom of POTS. So I think I'll see how that goes and then decide the other things. The last few months, I just feel like I've not known what the next step is, because I'm constantly waiting to see whether things happen or not, and I really don't like that. I don't like that at all. Last night, I had my worst sleep apnea episode I've ever had. It was actually quite terrifying. Usually, I wake up like gasping for air, like I've just surfaced from underwater. And it's horrible, but I can usually go back to sleep pretty quickly. Last night, I woke up and I knew I needed to breathe. My mind was telling my body to breathe, but my body wasn't awake enough yet to actually do it. So I was just like lying there, like struggling. And eventually I was like, and it was really terrifying. I felt like I couldn't breathe properly for ages afterwards. That happened really early in the night, so I didn't really get back to sleep properly at all after that. So I didn't get much sleep. But the anxiety of it has stayed with me for the rest of the day, so I've been feeling really on edge, which isn't very nice, obviously. And another thing, my laptop's not working today. This is the first problem I've had with it, and I think I've had it about 3 or 4 years. I've got a MacBook Pro. I don't think it's anything too major, but the trackpad just isn't working, so I drag my finger across it and it only goes like a millimetre, or it goes in completely the opposite direction. I turned my computer off and on again and it was still happening. So I thought, okay, I'm probably going to have to take it to the Apple shop. So I wanted to back up my computer before I did that. So I was trying to do that this morning, but trying to do that with a mouse that doesn't work is really difficult. So that was really stressful. And then it took me about half an hour just to eject the hard drive that I was backing up onto, because the mouse just wasn't working. So I've turned it off, given it a rest for today, and if it's still like that tomorrow, then I'm gonna book an appointment and take it into the Apple shop. In the meantime, I'm watching the tennis on my dad's iPad, and I'm actually considering getting an iPad for myself, because Well, to be honest, it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. Although MacBooks are great and they are the best laptops in my opinion, they're quite heavy, especially on my lap. And the vast majority of what I use my laptop for is streaming, watching YouTube, social media. That can all be done on an iPad very, very efficiently. The only thing I really need my MacBook Pro for is for editing videos. So if I got an iPad, it would significantly cut down the amount of time I spent on it, and it would make being in bed a bit more easier because it wouldn't be on my lap, it wouldn't be beside me. It's awkward because I only have a single bed. So yeah, I am seriously considering it. I did manage to have a shower and wash my hair, so I have achieved something today. Hopefully I'll sleep better tonight and not wake up gasping for breath. That would be nice. So as the day's gone on, my energy levels have just been like going steadily down. And now it's like 7 p.m. and I am really struggling to keep my eyes open, to sit upright. I don't know what's going on. I took my blood pressure and it's not overly low. I mean, it's low, but it's not crazy low that I would think that this would be the reason I'm feeling like this. So I don't know what it is. My laptop is still not right today, so I booked it in to take it into the shop on Friday. Or my dad's going to take it in. I'm not going to take it in. So I've got to try and finish editing my video before Friday, upload it, do all the fiddly bits like the description and the links and the thumbnail all before Friday morning. So that is going to be tricky. I tried to do a bit of editing today, but I was so tired that I could barely focus. So I didn't really get much done. So I'm just going to hope against hope that I'm feeling slightly more awake tomorrow. I did watch Bake Off though, and it was really good. I'm really sad that Julia went though. I really liked her. But Liam did get a star baker, so that made me happy. And now I'm just going to shovel some dinner into my mouth and go to bed because I'm exhausted. My energy is no better today. In fact, I think it might be worse because I'm feeling as tired now at 1 p.m. as I did yesterday at 7. And I don't know why that would be, because I slept better last night than I did the night before. Yeah, just feeling very strange. And worst of all, I have to get my own lunch today. It's mostly prepared for me. Just have to go down and stick something in the toaster. I also have to feed Archie, who's currently curled up on the bottom of my bed looking very cute. So I have to do that. And I know if I wait much longer, then my blood sugar is going to start to go down, which will make me more fatigued and more likely to pass out when I go down to get lunch. But I want to try and wait a bit longer to see if my energy comes up a little bit. So I'm kind of walking a tightrope at the moment and not really knowing what I'm going to do. Okay, so I somehow managed to get my lunch. So that's a good thing. I'm now horizontal because I've just spent the last hour trying to finish editing my next video. Because as I said in the previous clip, my laptop is going in for repair on Friday, or at least it was. I thought it was going in on Friday, so I had to try and finish editing my video before then, which means finish it today, basically. And I was really struggling through it. And then my dad came up and said, oh, I'm not going to be able to take it in on Friday now because he's going away for the day, basically. So I changed it to Monday, which, you know, is slightly annoying having to deal with trackpad that doesn't work for another few days. But to be honest, I'm so relieved because it takes the pressure off me having to finish editing. So now I'm going to lie in a dark room because I'm feeling incredibly unwell. So today has been quite strange because although I slept really badly last night, I've not been feeling as fatigued today as I have the last 2 days. I mean, I've been feeling really tired, but it's not been that kind of same crushing fatigue. Actually, the best way to describe it is that my body just felt so heavy. I just had to lie down. I couldn't really lift my arms or legs properly. And that's how it's been for the last 2 days. But today, as I said, even though I slept way worse, I haven't been feeling it. I'm not complaining though, because for whatever reason, I am feeling better, so that's good. Today has been okay, really. I slept quite well. Very weird, 2 nights in a row. That very rarely ever happens now, but I'm not complaining. I have been in a lot of pain today, but my stomach symptoms haven't been too bad, so, you know, it's not too bad, I guess. I know I mentioned earlier in the video that my laptop wasn't working properly, and I had an appointment booked for Monday, so tomorrow, but mysteriously today it started working again. So I decided to cancel it. I know I'm tempting fate because I know that now I've cancelled it, it'll start malfunctioning again, but I'll just have to wait and see if that happens. But I'm quite glad because now I'll have my laptop, you know, for the beginning of the week, which is good, so I can start editing and get on top of it. Today marks the end of another week, the end of another video. I don't really feel like I've filmed much this week, but honestly, really not much has happened, and to be honest, I'm really glad about that. It's been a wonderfully uneventful week, which is great, because the last few have been stressful and busy and just not good. And so even though physically I haven't been feeling great this week, I've been really fatigued, I don't really mind, because as I said, it's not been as stressful. And really, I think the extra fatigue that I've been feeling this week is probably down to all the stress of the last few weeks just catching up with me. So like I said, I really don't mind that it's been uneventful. I hope it's not been too boring to watch, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.